Okay, now we're going to do some problems where we have to solve for a missing value. So notice this is talking about Martha. It said she had a $325.64 monthly average expenditure for clothing during the first quarter of the year. Okay, so that was her average during the first quarter. Then in April she spent $224.50 and $435 in May. How much can she spend in June to have the same average as the first quarter? Okay, so let's take a look. We want to end up with the same average we had the first quarter. So we want our average to be $325.64. That's what we want our average to be. What makes up our average? Well, so far we have $224.50 for the first month, $435 for the second month, and then we have this month of June that we don't know its value. Now, if we were to average those, we would add them all together and divide by 3. When we do that, this number over here is what we were wanting to get. So we go ahead and set up this equation and then solve for our missing number, which was June. So to get rid of that dividing by 3, we multiply both sides by 3. Okay, so over here I have $224.50 plus $435 plus whatever June happens to be should equal $659.50. Okay, let's go ahead and total these two that we have over on the right hand side. Oops, I have a wrong number. Hold on just a second. Read my notes wrong. Sorry about that. I knew that number looked a little weird. This is $976.92 when you multiply by 3. Over here, this would stay the same. Over here, when I total those, I get $659.50 plus whatever our amount was for June. Again, we're trying to figure out what our amount was for June. All we have left to do is subtract the $659.50, and that will leave us with the amount that they can have in June to still have the same monthly average. When we get $317.42 is what she can spend in June in order to keep her average the same. Okay, here's Ward Feynman. He had $325.50 monthly average. So once again, that's his monthly average. $3,125.50. Okay, how did we get that average? Well, we did it by adding 3 months together and dividing by 3. So far, he has $5,125 that he spent in July, $3,150 that he spent in August, and they want to know how much can he spend in September to keep the same average. So we would add those 3 months together and divide by 3. We need to solve for September, so let's get rid of the division. Multiply both sides of the equation by 3. When we do that, we get $9,376.50 equals $5,125 plus $3,150 plus whatever we had for September. Go ahead and total the two values that we know. So add together the $5,125 and the $3,150. We get $8,275 plus whatever we have in September. Now all we have left is to subtract the $8,275 from both sides, and we'll find out how much they can spend to keep their average where they want it. And we come up with $1,101.50.